Welcome to Tal Tutorials. Today we will be discussing the third part of class 10 ICSE refraction of light at plane surface. In this part we will be basically understanding about critical angle and total internal reflection. Before getting into critical angle, I wanted to tell you, if we consider a refraction of light from a denser to a rarer medium, the light ray traveling in a denser medium falls on a surface, separating it from a rarer medium. It is partly reflected back into the denser medium and partly reflected into rarer medium. The reflected ray bends away from the normal on the surface of the point of incidence, obeying the law of refraction. Now, if the angle of incidence is less than c, it will bend towards the normal. If it is angle of reflection is equal to c, it will be reflected ray, and if the angle of incidence is greater than critical angle, it will be bending away from the normal. Now we'll come back to critical angle. Critical angle is defined as the angle of incidence in the denser medium corresponding to which the angle of refraction is in the rarer medium is 90 degree. We have read that the ray of light passes from a denser medium to a rarer medium at a certain angle of incidence. That I is actually critical angle, that is C. Angle of refraction becomes 90 degree and R is 90 degree, and that angle C is nothing but a critical angle. What are the factors which affect the critical angle? There are two factors which are affecting the critical angle. First, the color of the wavelength of light, and second, the temperature. How the effect of color on light is happening? The critical angle for any pair is least for the violet light and most for the red light. Thus, the critical angle increases with increase in wavelength of light. How it is affecting the temperature? On increasing the temperature of medium, its refractive index decreases. So the critical angle increases with increase in temperature. This is very important. The relationship by which the critical angle is related to refractive index of a medium is mu is equal to 1 by sine c, or 1 by sine c we can also write as cosec c. Now here I will show you two things: the approximate value of the critical angle of glass air surface and the approximate value of critical angle for water air surface. The critical angle for glass air surface is refractive index a mu g, that is 3 by 2. So sine IC is equal to 1 by, as I have shown you in the formula, 1 by a mu g, that is 2 by 3, reciprocal of it. Therefore, 2 by 3 is nothing, it is 42. Sine 42 is 2 by 3. So if you get 2 by 3 as a value, so IC is equal to 42. For water, the critical angle of water air surface is refractive index a mu g water is 4 by 3. We all know that. So sine C is equal to 1 by a mu w, that is 3 by 4. And sine 49 is known as 3 by 4. So we get to know that critical angle of water refractive index or water air surface, anything, is 49 degree. Now we'll go to the next topic, that is total internal reflection. When a ray of light traveling in a denser medium is incident at the surface of a rarer medium at the angle of incidence greater than the critical angle for the pair of media, the ray is totally reflected back into the denser medium. This phenomena is known as total internal reflection. See, to explain you better here, when light travels from a rarer to denser medium, at all angle of incidence of a part, it is reflected and rest is refracted at a boundary surface. Thus, both refraction and refraction occur simultaneously. On the other hand, when light travels from a denser to rarer medium, the part of light is refracted, but the entire light is reflected back in the same medium. And this total phenomena, as it is reflected back and it is obeying the law of reflection, this phenomenon is known as total internal reflection. For total internal reflection, two conditions are very much required to happen. First, the light must travel from a denser medium to a rarer medium. And second, the angle of incidence must be greater than the critical angle for the pair of the medium. So, in the next PPT, we will be discussing how the total internal reflection is happening in phenomena. Through prism. As I have, it can be in many prism like 45 degrees, 90 degrees, 45, 90, 45 together. Here I am discussing total internal reflection that is happening through 90 degrees. In this, we see a beam of light is incident normally at the face AB. Correct? It passes undeviated into the prism and strike at the face AC at an angle of incidence equal to 45 degree. Here the incidence is greater than the critical angle. So the beam of light suffers total internal reflection because the angle of incidence is greater than the critical angle. Here the incident beam gets deviated through 90 degree. This type of prism is used in periscope. I have shown you another diagram, that is the last diagram. The total, there are many diagrams you will see in Selena page number 96 and 97. You have to go through all of them. It is not possible for me to do all here, so I have chosen the best two which usually comes in examination. So here I have shown you to deviate a ray of light through 180 degree. In this figure you see a beam of light from the object PQ normally on the face of the prism, so it enter undeviated inside the prism and strikes the glass air interface. Since the beam of light is traveling from glass to air at an angle of incidence equal to 45 degree, again which is greater than the critical angle, therefore the beam of light suffers total internal reflection. Binocular is an instrument in which this action of prism is used. This is the end of this chapter. See, I have not shared the numericals in the fourth chapter. I have shared in second PPT, first PPT. Why? Because there are not so many of numericals that one whole PPT can be made of. After this chapter, assessment will be shared. I request you to give me the honest answer for your own benefit, and best of luck till we meet again for the next chapter. Bye bye. Good night.